Thank you for joining me for another episode of Soup Bowl Music Radio, Food for the Soul. I am your host, Reaper The Storyteller, and I'm so happy you decided to join me tonight. Come together as one to kind of lighten the load for the week and kind of decompress from all the stresses that are going on in your life right now. Hopefully we come together as one tonight and just listen to some songs that kind of uplift you and make your spirit a little lighter. Now I'm going to be playing with some requests tonight. If you have some requests that you'd like to play, just leave those in the comments and I'll see what I can do for you. Now, this first song that's coming up is for those people that have anxiety and depression. Anxiety and depression is pretty high right now. We're pretty far into this right now, and you might be feeling a little down and not giving yourself enough credit for all the hard work you're doing and trying to stay sane and trying to take care of your life and others. So I just want to play this first song just to let you know not to be so hard on yourself, to give yourself a little break, because you need it and you deserve it. And you're definitely not alone, and you're definitely loved. Soup Bowl Music Radio, Food for the Soul.
I came here with a broken heart that no one else could see. I drew a smile on my face to paper over me, but wounds heal when tears dry and cracks they don't show. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. Let's go back to simplicity. I feel like I've been missing me. Was not who I'm supposed to be. I felt this darkness over me. We all get there eventually. I never knew where I belong, but I was right and you were wrong. Been telling myself all along. Don't be so hard on yourself, though. Learn to forgive, learn to let go. Everyone trips, everyone falls. So don't be so hard on yourself, though. 'Cause I'm just tired of marching on my own. Kind of afraid I feel it in my bones. Won't let my heart turn into stone. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. I'm standing on top of the world, right where I wanna be. So how can this dark cloud keep raining over me? But hearts break and hell's a place that everyone knows. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. Let's go into simplicity. I feel like I've been missing me. Was not who I'm supposed to be. I felt this darkness over me. We all get there eventually. I never knew where I belong, but I was right and you were wrong. Been telling myself all along. Don't be so hard on yourself, though. Learn to forgive, learn to let go. Everyone trips, everyone falls. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. 'Cause I'm just tired of marching on my own. Kind of afraid I feel it in my bones. Won't let my heart turn into stone. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. I'd like to wave goodbye. I'd like to see my life through someone else's eyes. It's not an easy road, but no, I'm not alone. So I won't be so hard on myself no more. Don't be so hard on yourself, though. Learn to forgive, learn to let go. Everyone trips, everyone falls. So don't be so hard on yourself, no. 'Cause I'm just tired of marching on my own.
You're listening to Soup Bowl Music Radio, food for the soul. At this time, I like to do some shout-outs to some very important people that work in the background, and a lot of times you don't even notice until you need them. These people are really beacons of light and love to everybody in their community around the world, and especially now in these times when people are needing people the most. So I'd like to give a shout out to the volunteers that work for the organizations, or just people that work in the community or one-on-one. They give their time, they give their love, and sometimes their health to make sure that this world is a better place than they left it. A lot of times they don't get a lot of recognition because they don't do it for the fame. They don't do it for the money. They just do it to help where they're needed. So I just want to make sure that you know that we do love you and appreciate everything you're doing, because without you, we couldn't make it through. You are loved and you are supported. And I also want to give a shout out to the people that don't even know how much they help, and they're volunteering in a way too. So this shout out goes to all those that are checking on their people to make sure they're okay. Because even though that we're separated and we have to physically be away from each other, we're really only one phone call away from saving someone's life, from inspiring someone, touching someone's heart, or just making them feel a little less lonely in these times of darkness. Soup Bowl Music Radio, food for the soul.
I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Come along with me and don't be scared. I just wanna set you free. Come on, come on, come on. You and me can make it anywhere. But for now, we can stay here for a while. 'Cause you know, I just wanna see you smile. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. And when you're weak, I'll be strong. I'm gonna keep holding on. Now don't you worry, it won't be long, darling. And when you feel like hope is gone, just run into my arms. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me.
Bowl Music Radio, food for the soul. Now I know there's a lot of people that want to go back to the way things were, but I'd like to encourage you all to embrace the change, embrace this new way of life, to where relationships between people, whether it's friendships or intimacy, means a lot more nowadays. That people will realize that they've had phones in their hands and never really connected to people, that have been surrounded by many and felt so alone. This is a time to really think about and reflect on these things that we thought were important, that we thought meant more to our lives, that we gave more attention to. Because now, since we've been separated, now that we've had to pay attention to ourselves, our own health, mental and physical, and we have to pay more attention to the connections that we do have, because we physically can't be in front of each other. I want to embrace these changes, to shed light on all the things that we didn't even know was a problem, all the people that are around us that we didn't even know that were struggling, that are starting to come out and say, hey, I need help. Because when we come back, the relationships, the bonds we have will be stronger. The people that we thought weren't essential, that worked in the background, are now in the forefront. That we have a deeper appreciation for the people that work hard for us, that don't get paid what they should, that don't get the recognition or love that they should. So like I said, I know this is going to be a lot longer than we all expected. But take this time that we have off to reflect on the things that we didn't know that we were missing in the first place. Soup Bowl Music Radio, food for the soul.
She was walking in the street, looked up and noticed he was nameless, he was homeless. She asked him his name and told him what hers was. He gave her a story about life with a glint in his eye and a corner of a smile. One conversation, a simple moment, the things that change us if we notice when we look up sometimes. They said I would never make it, but I was built to break the mold. The only dream that I've been chasing is my own. So I sing a song for the hustlers trading at the bus stop, single mothers waiting on a check to come, young teachers, student doctors, sons on the front line knowing they don't get to run. This goes up to the underdog. Keep on keeping at what you love, and you'll find that someday, soon enough, you will rise up, yeah. Taxi back to the kitchen, talking to the driver about his wife and his children, on a run from a country where they put you in prison for being a woman and speaking your mind. And she looked in his eyes in the mirror and he smiled. One conversation, a single moment, the things that change us if we notice when we look up sometimes. They said I would never make it, but I was built to break the mold. The only dream that I've been chasing is my own. So I sing a song for the hustlers trading at the bus stop, single mothers waiting on a check to come, young teachers, student doctors, sons on the front line knowing they don't get to run. This goes up to the underdog. Keep on keeping at what you love, and you'll find that someday, soon enough, you will rise up, yeah.
Thank you for joining me for another episode of Soup Bowl Music Radio, food for the soul. It's been a pleasure to be able to spend time with you, just to let you know that you're not alone, and just kind of relax and give yourself a break from all these stresses of the world. Now go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to the channel so you know when I'm doing this again. And if you feel that this message needs to be shared with somebody needs to be uplifted and take a little break from their life, go ahead and share it too. And if you have any requests of songs that you feel that will touch others and uplift them, then leave those in the comments and I'll see what I could do about playing those for you. I'm your host, Reaper the Storyteller, and like I always say, let peace and love be with you. Good night.